Hey everyone, so I finished watching Pierre's talk and I found it interesting. I didn't know that most first time home buyers buy a second hand property first. I thought you buy a new property because, I guess we were living in council houses in Zimbabwe. No, we were living in municipal houses, like in the town there, because we were very poor. And when my dad built our house, we built a new house, so I was small. So I thought when you buy your first house, you have to buy a new house. So I didn't look for a second-hand place. But Pierre Poilievre was saying that when first-time home buyers buy their homes, they buy second-hand. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So I want to meet him. He hasn't met anybody like me. I didn't have the money to go. They invited me, the Economic Club of Canada invited me to come to meet him, but I didn't have the money to pay for the ticket. So I hope I get a good paid job, then I can pay for my ticket to go meet him. And Mark Carney also. I go to both because if you want to know how I'm educated, how I do these things, you have to watch the Marian talks on Saturdays. They have the talks by Father Chris Ayla, and I don't know many of the others. I'm getting to know the other priests that are doing the videos. But Father Chris Ayla, he gives these talks on the church and Catholic responsibility and Catholic teaching. And when they have the elections in America, they do, the Marians do a series of prayers. And they sent me a card actually to pray for the elections. They pray that the right leader would come in for America. So that's how I learned about these things and about some of the things that I do. It's the teaching that's through the church. So I don't go to Regis College anymore. I don't do that many courses there. I might do one or two online. But I follow the Marians. And their talks are free on YouTube every Saturday. So that's where I get the way I think and the ability to think things through critically, to understand the American versus the Canadian culture versus the culture we grew up with at home. But yeah, I'm not like anybody. I bought my first home in Canada, my first condo. It was a one-bedroom place, and I bought it for me and my mom. I bought it new. Now, it was on a high-ratio mortgage, which, it's something that they have in Canada. If you're buying your first home, you can take out a mortgage and you pay a higher interest rate, but you pay it off over a longer period of time. So instead of taking it with a normal bank, you take it with a smaller bank. At that time, Tangerine wasn't part of Scotiabank. So I got it through them, and I took it on a very high interest rate. And when I landed up losing it, TD was very upset because I only had 177,000 left to pay on it. And I had held the property for 10 years. But there was nothing they could do. They tried to bring my mortgage over, and it was blocked. So I landed up losing my place because a lot of people like me work on contracts in Canada, and they're supposed to help you, but they didn't help me. So that's why I put that comment for Pierre to see, because the next time I buy a place, I don't want to buy a second-hand place. I again want to buy a new place. So I'm not like other people, and I don't want to be like other people. If other people want to buy a second hand and do it up and all that, that's perfectly fine. But for me, my home is my castle, and I want it to be my energy, my first, like where I'm living. Like even this place, there was one other person that rented it before me. So my place at Rosewell Gardens and here, I had it blessed by a priest, our parish priest. He came and he blessed it for me. Nobody bothered to come. I invited so many people. They all had other things that were more important. So anyway, Father came, he blessed it for me, and he gave me a little icon, a little plaque of Jesus the high priest, because Jesus is our high priest. So for me, my home is under Jesus and under the mantle of Mary and the Holy Family. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that because it's good to watch both of them, all of the parties, in fact, not just them. And if you can go to events, to go to listen, because you don't have to stay with one party your whole life. You don't have to stay with one ideology your whole life. When I voted for the Liberals, I thought they were going to bring in all the things they're saying they're going to bring in now. They promised those same things when they first came into power, and they didn't do anything. So I don't want to be going to food banks. I don't want the stigma of unemployment. I don't want to be living a life of poverty. The church is rich. The Catholic Church is rich. You think our priests and nuns and everybody are not provided for? They go on trips to Paris and Rome and the Holy Lands and everywhere. So, and here I am, I'm serving the church, I'm serving Christ, and I have nothing. You can't save on minimum wage. And you can't say that, oh yeah, but look at all your statues and all that. All those things that I bought for a reason. Because you have to have holy statues in your place. You have to have icons. You have to have holy water, blessed salt. Those things are important, especially when your life is under attack, like mine. And your economic finances are under attack. And no matter what you do, they won't let you come up. All my jobs were management jobs. Whether I worked minimum wage or I had jobs paying like $40 an hour, they were all management jobs. And every time the opportunity comes for stability, for making me permanent, for getting me into a position where I could actually start saving and have some stability, they let me go. So this is not what I signed up for. It's not. Constant abuse, constant being let go, constant going from contract to contract, and the Canadian promise is broken. It's broken because they sell you the dream. They tell you when you come here you're going to get permanent jobs in your field. I came as an executive assistant. You don't. After that first 4 years at TD, I never had anything. I had 3 to 6 months here and there, and I had Teleperformance was the last one. But again, that was minimum wage. I don't have any pension. I can't retire. And I can't just sit at home and do nothing. It's not fair to me. And it's not fair to our family. So I keep looking for work and I keep looking for opportunities. And I don't support what Mark Carney wants to do he wants to open up the HP1 visas to allow teachers and researchers and all of them to come here and fast track them. But there's people like me who are graduates, who have master's degrees, who can teach, who can do research, and we're not getting the jobs. So why should we support the Americans coming here? Because they don't make it easy for us to go and work there. So I don't think that's fair of him, and I don't support it. I don't support his policies. Because the cost of living is so high. I went back to City Market after 4 days because I didn't want to bake bread again. So I bought some bread, I bought some pita breads, and I bought some chicken and fish and just things that I needed. And it came to $100. And I eat one meal a day. So, it's ridiculous. That's what I say. If this budget passes, we are going to be in for hell. That's all I can say. We're going to have what happened in England happened here. And even when I used to tell them at Teleperformance, my ears are hurting. I can't take this, lessen the pressure. They didn't listen. In fact, Golfo Gikas, the operations manager, she told me, you sound like an English school teacher. You need to change how you talk. I said to her, you know what? They taught us elocution in Zimbabwe. They taught us how to talk, and that's discrimination. to say that to me. She's like, no, it's not. People tell me I sound like a Russian. I said, yeah, but you're not supposed to say that to people, to tell them you need to change how you talk. What Teleperformance is doing is wrong. Now they're bringing in technology to normalize the Indian accent. Most of their jobs are in India because that's where they can get the cheapest labor, and now South Africa. And because of how badly they've treated people, their workers, including me, they got reported. They got reported and they got fined millions by the Americans. It's their own people. The Americans reported them and the Filipinos. It came out in the Guardian paper. So if you don't care about your workers and you don't care how you treat us, your companies eventually will fail. And in the process, they destroyed my health. They destroyed my life. I have problems with my ears. I have stage 2 hypertension. Thank God I'm in a country where I can get the medication. When I went home to Zimbabwe, I went to pay my respects to Mario da Silva and to see the family and friends there. My friend Stella was telling me sometimes she can't get her medication that she needs. So that's why the African leaders want to build their own pharmaceutical places and all that, because they don't want to be reliant and dependent on the West, and I don't blame them. They must do it. It's good. They will create jobs for their own people and things will come up for them. Things will change for them. For me, this is a disappointment, this country. It's a big disappointment. And I'm not joking. And even the things that I bought, when I bought things like my statues or pictures or paintings, I was working at the time. I had jobs. So that's why I did it, because I didn't want to live like a pauper. I didn't want to sleep on the floor forever. I didn't want to keep sitting on a broken couch. That's why I got this couch that I'm sitting on. I had nothing. I couldn't replace anything. I couldn't do anything. And then people gave me gifts and they said, buy something for yourself. So that's why I bought my couch. I bought some records, and even those records, those Elvis Presley records, I told Elvis, I said, your records are like hundreds. I can't afford them. They're so expensive. I tell him, then I find the things. I find them on Amazon then for a reasonable price. Because I tell him, I can't afford your things. They're so expensive. Well, slowly, I got some of the things. So I feel sorry for the next generation. If this budget passes, I feel sorry, just like I feel sorry for my nieces in England. Because just like we had to walk to school, they have to walk sometimes now, because my brother works so far away. You want things to get better for the next gen, at least for me. I want things to get better for the next generation. Not like, oh well, we had to struggle, so now you struggle. I honestly feel that my uncles, like Marcus and Louis and my mom and all of them, they should go and get psychiatric care and treatment if they need it. Because I didn't need it. And I didn't deserve all this what was done to me here. And even Golfo Gikas, she should go and get some psychological support. Because it's not nice to talk to people like that. And even those recruiters, that Indian recruiter that was talking to me, she was telling me, don't swear me. I said, I never swore you. Where did I swear you? So, and it's too much. It is too much. There's no sense of basic human decency anymore. It's really too much. I mean, if you have good people working for you, and you know they're good, and you just hire them 3 to 6 months and then you let them go. We also have families to think about. We also want to upgrade our skills. We also want to keep up our HR designations. And we can't rely on the companies to help us. They always refuse. Do you think if Bono really loved me, he wouldn't have hired me? He would have hired me. Why wouldn't he? He would have hired me because he'd have seen that, okay, this is someone I can trust. This is someone I like. This is someone trustworthy that I would like to have by my side. He didn't. He brought someone from Africa. So he had many opportunities to come here, to see us, to meet with us, and I invited him. There was only one time he accepted. He came on a call with Sheryl Sandberg. So, I don't grovel for them. I don't. Because without us, without the people who volunteer for them, buy their records and everything, they wouldn't be where they are. They wouldn't, and they have no appreciation for us. The only one who had appreciation was Elvis Presley. Even Michael Jackson copied him. So he was the greatest because he was humble. That's why. Anyway, I told him, I'm not like anyone. They must meet me, then they'll know. Even the police know. They say she's not like anyone. I say, yeah, I'm not like anyone. I'm unique. God made me unique. And the next time I buy a place, I want to buy it new. I don't want to buy second-hand. I did it once, so why can't I do it again? I should be able to.